Hello, everyone. Doc here, and this is the newest episode of the Doc's Opinion series about the theatrically released film Sinners. So, just as a quick note, for those who don't know about the Doc's Opinion video, basically for those who are new, this is not a formal review. This is essentially a more base opinion and lesser edited version, that is, of a formal review that I would do. But just to start off about the film Sinners, this was a great film. Overall, my favorite of this year so far. It is worth going to the theaters to support it. It is worth supporting any merchandise that is made concerning it, especially once it basically comes to home, be it through streaming or, Blu-ray or DVD. Now, the challenge of being a black directed, acted, and overall behind the scenes oriented production is hard, right? For anything, but especially for it to be a period piece fantasy horror film, that is a challenge within itself. You add all of those elements to a black production like that, it becomes incredibly hard versus already what a black production would already have to go through. But the masterful Ryan Coogler, if anyone could do it, he's one of the very few people that I can think of that could truly do something at that scale, and he did. He's a perfectionist when it comes to his craft, and Sinners has truly showed that, honestly. All of the roles were casted perfectly, but especially Michael B. Jordan playing the Smoke and Stack twins. You usually don't, in projects that often, get to see the same actor playing twins, which is surprising because of how far the technology has gone. The usage of that in this movie is masterclass, in my opinion. But he does an amazing job amongst the ensemble cast as well. The heroes and villains in this film arguably became, let's say, merged in certain ways when it comes to playing their roles. The music is superb. From the original music to the licensed music, they were perfectly able to give the musical tone of the 1920s, especially the 1920s Black America and Black Southern America, to be even more specific. Many people don't truly appreciate the importance of a good soundtrack of a film. It can make or break a film when it comes to certain aspects of it. And it's one of those things that people may only notice it subconsciously. But the more you study film, or just the more you consume film and television and just overall cinematic style productions, it will be something that you notice. And Sinners, like I said again, does an amazing job concerning that. All of this also ties into the set pieces of the films. As you can tell from the trailers, for those who saw the trailers, this film has music set pieces. I am not going to spoil them, but they all are well produced and directed. But most importantly, they all are unique without putting the film into the quote-unquote musical category. Which can be a very challenging task depending on how the story of movie is told. But again, an astonishing job. The set and costume design was on another level in comparison to the vast majority of his peers. The architecture of the juke joint, from the research I've done and seen in other documentaries and photos and things, seems incredibly authentic. The clothing and the fashion looks even more authentic, especially the suits that Smoke and Stack had on. An amazing job, superb. This is just another testament that behind the scenes, the crew again did a great job. I can't stop emphasizing that because it needs to be said. The one thing I always look forward to with monster films, especially with films concerning legacy monsters like vampires, is how they handle the rules and biology of those monsters for that version of them. In my opinion, they were able to effectively make the vampires of this film both familiar while still adding new elements to it. So they still had their identity, which is a must for any type of monster film. And again, for those who have seen it, but especially for those who haven't, if you are a monster film connoisseur, but also a vampire film connoisseur, even more specifically, you would definitely get that form of enjoyment from that. I again recommend this film. The entire production and ensemble did a great job. I had to say that again. I have heard quite a while that this film was based on a Blade script that Ryan Coogler presented to Disney, and they turned it down. If the sources I've heard, and especially the sources that I routinely use when I do my reporting, are correct on that, I know Disney regrets that. This film could easily be another 15-20 minutes longer to even flesh out more of the different elements, be it the characters' backstories or the different interactions. It's that good. I just wanted more of it, which is, a great, I would say, compliment for a film that says that you want to see more of it. If people would like to see a full, detailed, comprehensive spoiler review of this movie, please let it get up to, let's say, 100 views, and please get it up to 15 likes. As I always say, thank you everyone for the support. As always, stay tuned for what we have next. Thank you. God bless. Doc signing out.